Sunshine came along with me and swallows in the air. I had ordered this natural air drying modeling clay, and this is for work on the Lady Elvis project as well, and there will be more mention of what that's for, which is related to this clay as well. Of course, something I'm going to work on. It's interesting how the pictures on the internet, you know, you get the idea of something being so big or whatever, but okay, $15 for this total including shipping. Where did this come from? Oh, this is pretty though. This is beautiful. This is an Art Nouveau style. Looks like a picture frame. This is for a jewelry piece for the Lady Elvis project. Came from Calliope's attic on Etsy. Calliope's attic. Got a whole bunch of stuff coming in. I don't think I'll be ordering any more. I think I've pretty well ordered what I need. I think just waiting now for things to come in. Want to help me open up some envelopes, Blackberry? You visiting with one of your bugs? I might need some scissors. These came in the mail today, or they've since the last time I've been to the mailbox anyway. I don't remember when that was. Okay, this came from Ottawa, from a seller on Etsy. Nancy's Found Vintage in Ottawa. Okay, and these are all for the Lady Elvis project. I just cut this with them. Oh, this is in nice condition. This is like new. Beautiful. I don't know if this is going to show very clearly on here, but I can get some still photos. Blackberry, can you move over, honey? Ah, get over. She's a little berry. A little bear. Get over. Don't get in too close to the light bulb there, bug. You might fry. Okay. Come on, I'm trying to show the camera something, Blackberry. Need you to move over, honey. Okay, you want to see it first? Look. See? Okay. This is a little vintage brooch. And it has a little deer and some evergreen trees. And it also has a C clasp. So, like, it's vintage, like from the 70s, I think it said. Or I saw several of them. I think it's from the 70s-ish, but it was made to in an older style. And it has a C clasp. So I thought, well, that's the closest. You can't always find it in an antique. So it's in a C clasp pin, so I thought it will pass nicely. It even looks like it has a sort of a ribbon banner underneath. You could almost like, looks like, you know, it would welcome engraving. But I was thinking of using it to close the cape. Now I'm not sure whether that's going, if it's going to be a little small for that. But I can wear it as well in some capacity. So it is a lovely little brooch. So thank you very much, Nancy's Found Vintage from Ottawa, Etsy store. That's lovely. It's like, this is like new condition. It's beautiful. These are silicone button molds, and they were made from antique. Blackberry, please move along. Stay one side, please. They're made from, taken from antique buttons. So, molds made from silicone, by pressing an antique button into them. And there's a deer, there's a bird, and then there's one that is more of an open work, which I'm not sure. I'm convinced that really took, but we'll find out when I put some of that natural clay that I got. 3.3 pounds of to make buttons. And also, like, I was thinking of this deer one, and again I will post some close-up photos if they're not showing clearly. I'm concerned about this open work one, but I wonder if she has tested these. Anyway, I'll try them out, and we'll see what we get from them. So I may oh, Blackberry, don't fight with me. Don't fight with me, you little scrapper. You're a little bear. Oh, she's a bear. Arr. Test these out and see if I can make some buttons. But also, what I'm making a special piece for the Elvis costume, and that part of that is here. Part of it I opened last night. I guess I should go get that piece too. Oh, stuff here, there, and everywhere. And I'm just waiting for the rest to come in now. I'm also waiting for a DVD that was supposed to have been here on the 9th, and it's now the 15th, I think. So I'm getting a little worried. Coming from Ontario, my province. And it's about a week late, so I'm a little concerned that Elvis, That's the Way It Is. Special edition. I had Elvis, That's the Way It Is on VHS, but this is supposed to be 2 DVDs, so I think there's some additional stuff on there, but it's not here yet, so I'm going to give it to the weekend, and then I'm going to have to contact the seller. Okay, these now. Yes, I suppose I did ask if you wanted to help me open these, Blackberry. Look at these in a nice little box. Okay. Oh, these are good, and these are more solid than I thought. Heavier than I thought. Okay, can you move over? If you want to look, you can have one for yourself. Could probably almost get that around your neck. I'm not going to try, though. This is a cuff bracelet. And it's modern, and they sold 2 of them for a great price. You get 2 of them. bonus. It's heavier than I expected. That's good. It's good quality. And that's for a cuff bracelet. If you're a fan of Elvis, you're familiar with his leather cuffs that he wore in the comeback special. And I'm not sure if I realized there was 2 of those. He had 2 of them that he wore, and maybe I did know that, but it's been a while since I even watched the comeback concert. One of them was a watch, casing or whatever, strap. It was a watch, cuff. But I thought, oh, I can make a cuff bracelet because they had them in the 1910s. So I have the base, and then I was looking at a whole bunch of like cameos. A lot of people are making cameos now, and I thought, well, that would be nice. But then I thought, well, they're kind of expensive to get into that whole process. And then I found the butt molds, which, what did I do with those now? Are you sitting on them? Yes. Okay, so it's going to make a, and there's, the piece I got, is this it? The other day. Yeah. Okay, so if you look online for the like cuff bracelet or cuff cameo, and these are adjustable. Some of them have a seating on the bracelet itself. Now this one doesn't, but it's decorative. And if I would have gone and looked back, I could have seen that there were some that did have settings, and then you can just set your piece in there. It's already framed. But since this one didn't, I thought, well, and I don't necessarily need to use this piece. I'll see how it goes. But it's going to make one of those buttons as like a sort of cameo style. And I have paint that I can paint it. I can paint it either in a cameo style, or I got today some gold metallic paint at the dollar store. And I also have some metallic markers. So I'm using clay, air drying, and then can set this piece on as a frame, because a lot of them will have that. Now you may not need that because you don't necessarily want to obscure this fine filigree. It's actually pretty nice quality. And I got, this came from Only, and then 2 E's, 2, .etsy.com. So only 2, whatever, only, that's the seller. And then this other piece I got the other day. But anyway, we'll see what I want to do for sure. I'm not sure. And just set the piece and size it if it needs extra clay around it, because it's a round button mold. You might need to add some additional clay on the ends, fine, and just so this piece to sort of frame it and set it, and it can be glued on or whatever. If that's gonna look okay, else I might just set it on top of this, but we'll get into that process when I actually make it. But it's a cuff bracelet, and in the Art Nouveau sort of style, so I thought that'd be a nice accessory. And these antique bud molds, then I can make replica buttons of these antique button styles, and I thought I could use some of those as well, possibly in this costume. Yeah, especially this deer, and there's a nice, like a bird, little songbird in a tree. So, and will of course be lovely for other projects as well. So that's what I've got here today. Got everything a little mixed together, but these are pieces that I will be working on for the Lady Elvis, 1910s Lady Elvis, and I'm very happy with the quality of these, and I got 2 of them, so it's very nice bonus. And since Elvis actually was, like I said, was wearing 2 of them, actually, this maybe has worked out quite appropriately, because maybe I will end up with 2 of them, wearing 2 of them as well. So, and then the cloak clasp, I'm not sure if that's going to be quite big enough. Things often look bigger online, and it did say the measurement, but anyway, this is lovely anyway. If not this, then I will use something else to close the cloak. It's not a big deal. Maybe one of these buttons even. So there's lots of choices, and I'm very happy with all of these pieces. So Etsy is definitely a great source for any artistic sort of costume pieces that you need. Hi, Deli. Okay, this is something for the Lady Elvis project, 1910s Lady Elvis. Okay, this is with thanks, best wishes, which almost says bare wishes. Kathy, complimenting your creations. Thank you for supporting our small business with your order. Okay. What's this, Deli? A nice little ribbon. Okay. Is this a cereal box? Scottish porridge. I know I should have maybe been more careful about that. I just kind of ripped it open on this one. Look at this. Scottish porridge. We don't have Scottish porridge boxes around here. Crownfield. That reminds me of tearing open my bookcase in my room there with the cereal boxes on the wall. With 100% whole grain. High in fiber, no artificial colors. Scottish oats. Interesting. You like that? I have to take a picture of that, I don't know. It's going to go in the recycling, they'll be wondering where it came from. Oh boy! They're in an envelope, they're just in an envelope. Okay, move over, you! What are you trying to do? Block this shot. Stay there. Okay? You can move around, but just like face the camera and try not to block it. Usually I just pour these out. Now are there 30 of them? Nice weight. Okay, these are good size. These will be interesting. I was thinking of using these to go along the sides of the kick pleats down, just because I thought it would give us kind of a bit of a bling. I'm not sure yet. It may be on the cuffs, and I'm not sure yet. Yeah, there's a nice weight. Wouldn't want it to be too weighty though to interfere with the drape. So we'll see. Yeah, I like them. I've been, yeah, they're nice. So will probably be used in this Lady Elvis project. I'm not entirely sure, but if not for this project, then for another one, I will take some close-up photos if those aren't showing up. Maybe I should count them. 5, 10, 25, and 30. Okay. Pretty cool. Yep. Pretty cool. I'll just grab a camera here. Say hi, Del. Okay. Say hi. She's not going to show up very well. So they're Italian stag head buttons. I'm not entirely sure what they're made of. They said resin, but the center does feel like metal after all. So maybe it's just the exterior that's resin. The center is cold to the touch, and there's a nice weight to them. So I have a feeling that they maybe are metal after all. That's what I thought when I had purchased them, and then I read the listing more closely, which I should do in the first place, and it said something about resin, but I'm thinking maybe I think it was said something like resin anyway, but I think that's just the exterior. So they seem like they're brass or bronze. Anyway, they're lovely, and so we'll likely use them to some degree in the Elvis suit. They're beautiful. Really appreciate you watching, so thank you very much for watching. Take care.